Hello, myself Sunil Ramgosa here. Basically, the part next. So, see the next part basically. How basically the governments give trouble to the people basically. So, one of the person told that exactly basically the Syria happened. It might happen to India also. So, one of the person told that there is no one basically who can give the answer to the governments. Basically. Why? Because they have full power and they are working with the set of companies basically. So, in this, one of the person told that there is no one basically who can give the answer to the king family basically because they are already good doing this basically. They are only basically doing this basically. Assume that basically just now basically few time basically my software got broken basically. Why? Because the software basically say that basically we can just generate this many data only basically. Means size if this will increase more than this, then it will create problem to your. So why? Because it was a free software basically. So that is basically a different thing basically. So here one of the person told that if condition is connected with a thousand city basically say that if condition is created from thousand cities and thousand cities basically gets the power supply and power supply basically are given to the if condition. So 500 city power supply given if condition will not work basically. So one of the person told that is it possible basically up to this level technology world might have reached, that is basically assume that basically the if condition which is ongoing now basically that much power supply was only basically we would be giving. Assume that basically that if condition which is going that is only connected with this 10 cities. So one of the person told that how basically the power supply will know that basically this condition, that is a business logic which is uh, connected with the if condition, that is only related to that 10 cities. So one of the person told that that basically is possible, but up to that level basically the earth planet basically has not thought basically, that is the satellite group basically has not think up to the this level basically. They basically has not thought up to this level basically, even basically the space center group basically. But few groups say that basically we have already prepared that basically if condition basically, which for example one business logic is ongoing and that business logic is only connected with this 10 city. So the power supply which is going to pass to that particular server basically at the time basically when the client has connected to that server and he is basically doing some manipulation in that websites, that is connected only with the 10 city. So up to that level basically the possibilities are there. So one of the person told that mostly basically the world has not reached up to that level basically, but this everything basically government don't know. So if you say that basically government you तेरे को ये सब पता है, so they will say that basically need to check with the other people basically, but they really basically they don't know basically. If you say that basically government you don't know, then basically they might kill you also. If you say basically USA government you basically know this. If the government don't know this the thing basically which you have asked, they might kill you also basically. So that is basically the government basically. So one of the person told that is the level of government, but government have full power basically. They have given the full power that if anybody is telling this type of activity, that is basically the Ambedkar group basically. They have given the full power to the government. That if anybody tells wrong with the government, then you can block his email ID, block his mobile number, block his email ID, block his oxygen also basically. They basically sometimes block the oxygen also. For example, I have eaten some few potatoes. In that few potato basically the leg damage part is also basically written by the potato creation group. So they will send the oxygen as a leg damage part. They literally will damage the leg basically. Up to that level power basically the earth planet government basically has got, but nobody is there basically to give the answer to government. Why? Because उनके बाप का है हिंदुस्तान, governments के fathers का है हिंदुस्तान basically. So there is no one basically who can give answer to governments basically who are basically sitting at the parliament house still basically. So here basically we are not discussing who is sitting at the parliament still basically. So here the stuff is Government is up to this level basically. So here one person told that you are not getting the job now. That the main reason is you visited 6 times in Mumbai. You have not got the job. You basically not given by the job by the BJP government. That is the Congress government and BJP government both are one. In this Aam Aadmi Party is also there because that time basically when I visited Mumbai that time Aam Aadmi Party basically I just started the party basically. So here one person told that governments group basically that a group basically are responsible and where basically governments are working that basically we have displayed in the table basically that we have already displayed in the table. So one of the person told that yeah sure basically Sunil you are basically not able to earn 1 rupee also. Then Sunil and I told her yes basically the government's group basically has blocked my 1 rupee also basically I am not supposed to earn 1 rupee also basically. My God, then basically one of the person told that Syria basically exactly Syria same Syria's country basically the stuff basically has happened. Same thing basically is happening in India basically. But in India basically the Indian government are very smart basically. So they are telling that basically we will not happen India as to Syria basically. India as Syria. Why? Because we have seen basically how the 2011 World Cup and 1982 World Cup basically was won. That basically the public basically are controlled by the sports group. Public are controlled by the Bollywood group basically. Then basically the government basically are not in the picture only basically. So few people say that the Mumbai is controlled by sports group and Bollywood group and political group basically. So their creation. So in this basically we have taken the World Trade example also. How basically it was hit and how the money was collected by the Bollywood group and sports industry, that is the cricket industry. So that example basically we have taken. So next day basically we are going to see basically how the money was collected by the sports group for the World Trade Center hit, and that was basically done in 2001 basically. So how that was money was collected and which was that match basically and what was that place basically where this cricket match was happened with the help of the police government and Indian government. That time basically I think some which party was ruling that basically I don't know. And the match basically was happened in 1991 and the World Trade Center hit was in 2001. So that money was collected and how basically the entire plan was generated. That is the next video basically which we are going to see next.